Tell me what you would like. We have grits, bacon, and sauces.
Uh, all of the above.
You put the chair at the table, Juan.
I'm good here. I'm home, Southern, Cajun Creole, cook, and I love being around my mom's cooking. That's the food I'm addicted to. My dad's caused all the things I hate about.
You know what, the thing that I found quite interesting? The mum comes in, she says, hey, what do you want? He's like, what's my options? She lays down the options, and it's all above, all of the above. First and foremost, I don't know why she asked him what he wanted. She cooks him the same meal pretty much probably every single freaking day. And also on top of that, to even ask him his options, to think that he wouldn't say he wants all of them is crazy to me. But then, do you know what the cherry on top was? He didn't even say how much he wanted. And then she goes off and starts cooking several amounts of bacon, God knows how many eggs, and literally brings him a plate that is so stacked and full. And the mum had the audacity to sit there and say, well, you know, when my son wants something, he wants something, and he's persistent about it. I mean, listen, you keep telling yourself whatever you want to tell yourself, love. But we continue.
Myself, but has helped me deal with the things that have happened to me. Because no matter how bad everything else gets, eating is always real good.
Honestly, these type of lines never get old. No matter how bad things get, eating always helps. What? Honestly, blows my mind.
And because I was in control of the concession stand, I used to eat sweets all day. I gained 200 pounds within 2 years.
Imagine that. You know, his coach gave him a task of losing, I think it was about 20 or 30 pounds, okay? And therefore, he'd actually get to play on the team. But because he was unable to lose the weight, what happened? They gave him a different job. And being a part of one of those different jobs was literally working on a confession stand. And as you heard, man ate everything on site. 2 years later, 200 pounds up. And bear in mind, originally he was tasked with losing 20 to 30 pounds. Instead of losing the 20 to 30 pounds, he said, nah, hell with that. I want to put on 200 pounds instead.
My health is worse than it's ever been. And most of the time, it's a real strain for me to leave the house. So I try and avoid it, with the exception of grocery shopping. That's something I make an extra effort to participate in.
The way this man fully said, getting up, moving around is an effort. But when it comes to food, I will find the motivation to participate in food shopping. Like, how are we supposed to take any... And the way he said it with his chest, that bothered me even more. He said it with pure confidence.
Me to tell him no, because I like to see him happy. You can look at it as me being an enabler, but I look at it as just helping out my brother.
You know what though? This bro can sit here and talk about, I don't see it as being an enabler, I see it as helping my bro. But are we going to ignore the fact that you are obese yourself? Like, hold on a minute. Let's not worry about you enabling your brother. How about you enabling yourself? Look at the size of the guy. You know, I know Dr. tried to, you know, push the family, to be fair, to lose weight together. Because both brothers are big as hell. Big as hell. Honestly, how this didn't turn out to be two brothers with their life on the line and both of them now trying to lose weight, I have no idea. But that's exactly how it should have turned out. Like I said before, I could sit here and talk about, yes, this guy is one hell of an enabler to his brother. Really grill into him, go into him harsh. But let's look at the other picture. The other picture is that he needs to lose weight as well. And if anything, because he's a bit taller than his brother, he probably does weigh a bit more than his brother. But because he's taller, he's allowed him to keep his mobility a little bit more than his brother. You see what I'm saying? Because if they're both the same height.
Every time I come here, I feel weaker and weaker. My condition is declining rapidly, and I'm having instances where I feel like I might stroke out.
But yet you still find motivation to come to the store so you can get your food. If only he was taking what he was saying seriously at the moment that he was saying it.
Music and, you know.
Pastor.
Yes, sir.
Didn't the Lord tell you that your body is your temple?
Yeah.
Dr. Now had him on that one, but listen, an astonishing 627 pounds. Honestly. crazy work.
He did, and it's my issue. It's my struggle. I feel terrible. I've let him down.
Your weight today is 618.
£9 after a few months. Not a good look at all.
Your weight today is 601.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Huh? Did you hear the mum? Oh, wow, that's great. No, it's not. Your son went from losing £9 when he was meant to lose way much more than that. Following a few months later on, lost £17. And she wants to say, oh, that's great. Is she okay in the head? Now, his real journey kind of then started after this, because after this, he then went and got therapy with Dr. Paradise.
Remember about the divorce?
It was abusive.
You got to watch a lot of that?
Yes, sir.
Before we get into what he was able to lose after seeing Dr. Paradise, now obviously as you saw there, they obviously have a conversation about his past, and his past was having to experience his mum go through an abusive divorce with his father, which of course wouldn't, definitely wouldn't be a good thing for anyone to witness. But the question is, though, how much did he weigh around that time already anyway? Because the damage to his body would have already began before that. But of course, that happening definitely wouldn't have helped him in any shape or form. But to be honest with you, I'm being sick and tired with these traumatic stories, to be honest with you, because everybody has trauma in our lives, and how we react to our trauma obviously defines who we are as a person, clearly. Some of us, we come out of trauma stronger than ever. Some of us come out of it weaker than ever. Some of us come out completely confused. Some of us come out completely lost. But, boy, in this situation here, I guess it's a matter of how or what perspective you want to look at it. But for me personally, this man obviously witnessed something that went down with his mum, okay? But I don't know if I feel that's a reason that should have taken him down this journey to getting to 600 plus pounds, you see what I'm saying? Because it feels to me as if he's had plenty of time since his mum's divorce, sadly, domestic divorce. He's had time to fix up, but he hasn't. In that timeline, obviously, he hasn't dealt with those issues, but also on top of that, his mum has continuously fed him. But also on top of that, he's also continuously fed himself, because this guy went food shopping, and as soon as he got back home, he was already ordering more food. Are you surprised? Of course you're not surprised. And then also on top of that, on their first trip to actually Houston to see Dr. Now, this guy was excited by the fact that they were going to stop by one of his favorite freaking little restaurants or fast food joints pretty much on the way there. Like, damn. There's a whole lot more going on though with just enabling from his mum and his brother. But hey, after having that conversation with Dr. Paradise, obviously recognizing the trauma that he went through, that he hasn't healed from it, but then also recognizing that he's become needy to his brother, that also impacted him too. Okay, and obviously he doesn't want to be needy to his brother anymore. And to be fair, I will say that he was one of those people that did benefit from Dr. Paradise's conversation. But I think he benefited more from the conversation regarding his brother than he did regarding his mum. But we continue. Let's see what he lost.
Your weight today is 577.
Yeah, and your boy only ended up losing 24 pounds. 24 pounds. Now, I will say this though, obviously, despite the fact that he only lost 24 pounds, in total, he lost 50 pounds in the space of 10 months. I believe that was the mark, which is not a good look at all. But Dr. Now saw this as the first time he'd actually taken losing weight a bit more seriously, and also, to be fair, he did have a little bit of a buzz in him. So therefore, Dr. Now gave him a chance to go off and lose the extra 70 pounds, because the 70 pounds is what he was meant to be losing per each month. But he kept failing at it. The question is, was he able to do it that one last time?
Your weight today is 505.
Ooh, yay! Ooh, yes!
So he finally was able to lose 72 pounds, which made it a total of 122 pounds over the course of that year. But Dr. Now did approve him for the surgery. The only thing is, though, Dr. Now says that he now has to lose 10 pounds per month until the surgery comes. But here's the thing, though. That's where the story ended. Because as you know, they filmed this over a course of 12 months. Sometimes they do film it over a course of a little bit longer than that, to be fair, sometimes. I don't know why they couldn't do that with this person, because it felt very crucial for them to continue filming until we got a result. But instead of giving us a result, we got, he's done this. He's now back in happy spirits. He's walking again. He's walking anyway, but his mobility is better again. And now we're just left hanging. Cliffhanger. And sadly, as you know, we are not always guaranteed to see people that we want to see on £600. Where are they now? I hope to see him on £600. Where are they now, to see if he did actually end up losing the extra weight that he needed to, so he can get the surgery, and therefore to see also what happens after the surgery. But for as of right now, ain't nothing. I'll have a look on social media to see if anything pops up, but that's pretty much where we are. Well, I don't know. I feel happy that he was able to finally get his butt in gear, but I feel unhappy that we don't know the actual conclusion. But hey ho, it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.